Hello, Eastern North Carolina. Thank you for joining me. This is Beach Bum with the weather update, Friday, January 17th, 2025. And I know the big story out there, what everybody's wanting to talk about is snow, and is it coming our way? Well, that is going to be coming up soon. Right now, it's looking like the odds are better than worse, meaning probably going to see something. Right now, this is what the models are indicating. The GFS, the CMC, and the Euro are all starting to come together now on winter precipitation for eastern North Carolina. But the icon is still not wanting to go quite there yet. So before we get into all that, let's take a look at eastern North Carolina's Zoom Earth digital live radar. And as we can see across eastern North Carolina, everything is looking clear. No clouds out there right now, but all that is going to change here soon. We do got rain coming in. Currently across eastern North Carolina, it's upper 30s, lower 40s. Havelock, Moorhead, you're 41 to 47. Jacksonville, you're at 41. Wilmington, 43. Washington, 37. And up in Elizabeth City, y'all are around 35 up there. The actual feels like 29 up there in Elizabeth City. Washington feels like 32. Down in Moorhead, 43. Havelock and New Bern, 33 to 37. Jacksonville, 38. Wilmington, you feel like 40. Current winds are out the southeast. Jacksonville, 5. Wilmington, 6. Down there in Oak Island, you're straight out the east at 6. Moorhead, 8 miles an hour. New Bern, 5. Havelock, 5. And all the way up into Elizabeth City, around 7 miles an hour. With wind gusts, Elizabeth City 14, Washington 16, New Bern 14, 12 in Havelock, 11 Moorhead, Jacksonville 12, down in Wilmington 9, and Oak Island 10 miles an hour. Let's take a look at our NOAA Futurecast radar. And we are going to start at 10 p.m. tonight on the weather. And we're going to run it for 48 hours. And as we can see, 7 a.m., we really have rain starting to come in tomorrow morning. Starts getting heavier across areas around 10 a.m. We still got the rain through Saturday night in some areas. Heavy rain coming back in Sunday morning there. There's 4 p.m. on Sunday and 7 p.m. Sunday night. And we'll go to 1 a.m. Sunday night, and the rain has moved off. Let's take a look at the temperatures for those same hours. As you see, we are cool, but we're not getting cold. We're going above normal throughout the day tomorrow. Way above normal. There's 7 p.m. Saturday night, and we're still around the 50s in some areas. Mid 40s in some other spots. Mid to upper 40s. Here's 1 p.m. Sunday. 4 p.m. Sunday. And there is 1 a.m. Sunday, and we can see the cold temperatures are starting to come back in. Let's take a look at the CMC for the air temp models to see what is going to be happening in the next week and what kind of temperatures we're going to be seeing that could bring this winter precipitation with it. Now here's our Saturday high. You see that around 54 here in eastern North Carolina. There is Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. Here's our Monday. Tuesday. There's 18 degrees down there. 11. That looks like 11 for the low. That'd be Monday morning's low. 29 for the high. And here we are at 7 days out. And there we see 15 degrees next Friday. We're looking at some cold temperatures. Now, I'm not going to say that these are dead on target. Most likely they're not. I believe they're probably going to be a little bit higher than that. The other models on the air temp pretty much show the same thing, but with a little bit higher temps. I just like going through this one. It just shows things a little bit better. Now let's take a look at the weather systems, the precipitation systems moving our way. And this is the GFS. And we're going to run this 7 days. Here we are at Friday, January 17th. Here's Saturday, rain moving in. Sunday, still with us a little bit. There's Monday. Now let's get to what everybody's wanting to know about. And you can see here is Tuesday, and this is the system we're looking at. And there we see it coming up into eastern North Carolina through South Carolina. This as snow. Eastern South Carolina down into Georgia and maybe some of southern Florida looks to be freezing rain or sleet. Let's move it forward. And right here, this model right now shows for eastern North Carolina, around the southern eastern North Carolina, you're looking right there at freezing rain, maybe sleet. I don't want to say this because, I could be very wrong, but what the model is showing is about 4 inches of it. And moving on up the coast, up towards the Crystal Coast, it looks like the Crystal Coast could be the cutoff line for the ice to snow. It looks like if you're on the west side of maybe Carteret County, this model here is showing between 3 to maybe 6 inches of snow west of Carteret County, and maybe about 4 inches of ice for Carteret County. But these models can change at any point. And this snow moves on up through Elizabeth City and goes on into Virginia, and it goes back to almost western North Carolina. Let's finish it out for the 7 days. And you see Wednesday, the snow is still with us. Now it's moving out. Here is Thursday morning. And the snow stayed with us for a little bit of time according to this model. And here's Friday. And Friday for southern North Carolina, southeastern North Carolina to the Crystal Coast, and maybe up to Beaufort County, showing some light ice coming in, freezing rain really, looking about a half an inch. It really is what it's showing right now. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but that is what the GFS is showing. This one is still a week out. We will watch it. The first system we were talking about, though, we were going to be getting more fine-tuned into it as the weekend goes. Looking at the CMC, let's go ahead. Here is the rain system moving in this weekend. Now here comes the line of snow and ice we were looking at. And the CMC does not show as much ice, freezing rain, or sleet coming across from Wilmington up to the Crystal Coast. Instead of what the CMC is showing is, and I'm going to be honest with you, right in here, this is looking anywhere from 6-7 inches maybe of snow. That's very uncommon for us, but that is what this model is showing. We are going to have to give it today, tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday to really fine-tune this system in. And here is early Thursday morning. That system has moved off. This system from both maps, excuse me, starts coming in on us Tuesday night, Tuesday afternoon, and leaving out early Thursday morning or late Wednesday night. And there's our 7-day. Let's move it back, and as we can see, the CMC is showing the same thing the GFS showed at the very end of the 7-day. About a ½ inch of freezing rain coming through eastern North Carolina on top of the snow system that came through just the day before. Now let's take a look at the icon. This is the one that says, I'm going to be different from everybody else. There's the rain coming in. Move it on through. We don't need to know about the rain. We all know that's coming, right? Just get to what's good. I know that's what everybody's thinking. Oh, and we're going to get there. And here's Wednesday. Here's Thursday. Thursday night, Friday morning, we get a little bit of rain. Right in this section here, Rocky Mount, you may see a flurry Thursday night. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, excuse me, with the temperatures that are going to be here at this time, I don't see how this little section around Greenville, Rocky Mount might see some snow and the rest of us won't, because if this is rain, it's not going to be rain when it's 27 degrees. It could be freezing rain, but it's not going to be rain. Okay, so let's move on to the last model. And here's the Euro. And I'm not going to bore y'all with all this. We're just going to go ahead and move it up to Tuesday. Here is Tuesday. There is the snowstorm, rainstorm down here that is approaching us. Now, what the Euro is showing as far as accumulation, the Euro is only showing us about 1 to 2 inches. So the Euro is on with the CMC and the GFS as far as us getting snow, but it's not on for a heavy accumulation. And this model will only allow me to run 6 days out. That is no problem. That is Thursday. And as you see, the systems have moved off. So with all that being said, um, I believe now we started off earlier in the week with the CMC and the Euro showing snow. The GFS and the Icon did not. Today, the GFS has lined up with the CMC and the Euro. The Icon still hasn't gotten with it yet, but I'm sure it will by tomorrow. So I do believe we are definitely going to see some kind of winter precipitation here in eastern North Carolina as of now between Tuesday evening and Thursday night. We will definitely get this more fine tuned as the weekend goes. So just make sure you keep checking back with us and watch your local weather for alerts, updates. Get you a weather radio if you don't have one, and make sure if you do get one, it runs on batteries and you have fresh batteries for it. I will keep you more updated with Facebook too, with posts. So just keep checking with me. Until tomorrow, this is Beach Bum. Y'all have a great night and stay warm.